tell you, go to Apocrypha, Ecclesiasticus 2:1. Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, the 2nd chapter, the 1st verse. Ecclesiasticus 2:1. It said, my son, if thou come to serve the Most High. Hopefully everyone is trying to serve the Most High. This is what it say though. Prepare thy soul for temptation. So you got to know the preparation for the tempter. Who is the devil? Who's going what? Going up and down, to and fro in the earth, seeing whom he may devour. So it said, prepare yourself for the devil. Even the Mashiach Yahushua had to deal with him. Remember when he fasted 40 days and 40 nights? He was weak. And if you don't know this truth, you're already weak. Because you're not going to follow the laws of the Most High. You don't have the power of the Most High. You might have a little bit of something that he give you because you had a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. But for the power, the spiritual power that you're supposed to have as an Israelite, you don't know it because you're not doing what's right. So you get power from Satan. That's why I said prepare yourself for the devil, for the temptation. Why it says, Mashiach told us, hey, watch and pray. You gotta be looking around. Can't be in darkness. Only way you cannot be in darkness is you in the light. So I say watch and pray. Where you can see what's going on. So watch and pray, that ye enter not into temptation. So he said, when you come to serve the Most High, prepare your soul for temptation. Prepare your body for temptation. The soul is the body. Like he tells you, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is what? Weak. Your body is weak. So he know that. So he's going to do things to deal with you, especially if you're in a weak state of mind, they'll have you think wrong. When you think wrong, you're going to speak wrong, you're going to act wrong. Or cause someone else to act wrong upon you. That's why he said when you come to the Most High, prepare your soul for temptation. You got to be prepared. That's why the law of the Spirit is giving you prepared. If you're paying attention, if not, then you're on your own. So I'm not going to say what? Watch and pray. You better be looking. Because your adversary, the devil, is going up and down, to and fro on the earth, seeking whom he may devour. So it says, Ecclesiastes 2:1, my son, if thou come to serve the Most High, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright, set your mind right, and constantly endure. And make not haste in time of trouble. He let you know trouble coming. But don't run. How many people have ran? They know that we know the Bible, the messages that the Most High sent in these last days, but they run some other way. They're going some other way. Maybe they was already in the church or some type of religion and so forth. They run right back to that. Where else you gonna run? They run back to that, and their spirit is off. They're still holding on to things of old. What's that say? Put out no grudge against your neighbor. They let that go. But you let them tell her they born again, speaking in tongues and filled with the Holy Ghost. Right? But they're still mean as ever. Sad, in sorrow, no happiness, no joy. Marcel Shah said, let your joy be fulfilled in me. You know, you're not supposed to be dwelling on things. It says evil today. There's more than evil till tomorrow. You can say about tomorrow that you still in the past of all them evil days that it was in your life. You still dwelling on that. That's a lot of pain and suffering, and you get sick. You can't hardly get well because you got all this negative built up in you that you can't allow the positive of the Most High in the Mashiach Yahushua, the love that He has for you to come through. He say, Jacob of my love. How can He love you if you don't love yourself? So I say, love thy neighbor as thyself. How you love the Most High who you have not seen and hate your brother or have a problem with your brother who you have seen? That's 1 John 4:20 and 21. Tell you that all the day long. But that's why He say you got to prepare your soul for temptation. You still, that's why I say many are deceived by their own vain opinion and evil suspicion overthrown the judgment. Why you says it says evil suspicion overthrow the judgment? Because you're not doing what a Mashiach Yahushua would have you do. Represent Him as Mashiachim. You Satan Him. You know, you Satan Him. You ain't a Mashiachim. You Satan Him. You bought it with Satan. Evil. Because He the ones that's on the left hand side bringing forth the evil. He wants you to follow Him. That's why what do you do? Can't do a Mashiach Yahushua trying to tempt Him. When He fasted for 30 days and 30 nights. And what did Mashiach Yahushua use every time against Him? The law. The law, the law, the law. And can't nobody just prove that. Nobody bringing it out. The Spirit of the Most High revealed it. It's a mystery. Why not? Look, every time He said it is written, where in the law? They not heard in the law. Thou shalt serve the Most High, and Him only shalt thou serve. Ecclesiastes 2 and 3. Say, cleave unto Him, cleave unto the Most High, and depart not away. It's time of trouble. Oh, I'll be back. I got to go. People leave. They see this, and where you going? Don't you want more? You want less because you're going backwards. You're a backslider. You go back from this. The Most High called you into this, and you go backwards. Where you going? Somebody please tell me where you're going that you're going to be learning more than what it is that we learn in these scriptures as Hebrew Israelites. Come on. That's why I say cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. You're going to be increased. Not decreased, but increased. Give me the spiritual knowledge, mysteries of this Bible. That's the increase. The things that can help our people understand what they have to do and what we all have to do, that our names be written in the book of life, live forever and ever and ever. Everything else, it comes along with information. That's why Mashiach Yahushua said the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. Let your flesh be strong. Can it be strong? Yes. If you understand what it's going to take that your name can be written in the book of life, have everlasting life. If not, then hey, the worms never die, the fires never quench. The judgment of those that are without, but those that are blessed to see the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be beyond our imagination. And that's what it's about. He said, go tell the children of Israel the kingdom of heaven is at hand. That's why he said, cleave unto Him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. He said, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. He said, whatever you go through, he said, take cheerfully, and be patient, and thou art changed to a lower state. He said, be patient. So I'm gonna come through. We're gonna come through. But it's a condition you got to go through. You already have the program. Whether you want to, try and say this ain't gonna happen to you or not, it's gonna happen. Trust me. Ain't nobody you see in this truth, they ain't went through this. What we get ready to read here. It said, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Being dipped in that fiery furnace of affliction. So Mashiach Yahushua say what? Pick up your what? Cross. And follow me. You talking about, hey, what's that cross? What do you do with that cross? They put people on that cross, crucify them. Well, I say, hey, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Say, believe in Him, and He will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Have faith in him. Ye that fear the Most High, you that's afraid of the Most High, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest ye fall. See? How many people have went aside and have failed? Regardless of however they think their life is, they have failed. And we that have continued in this work can see that have eyes and ears to see and hear. Come on. That's why he warned you. Be watchful. Ye that fear the Most High, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. See? That's patience. Gotta believe him, and your reward shall not fail. That's guaranteed. Most High is not a man, he should lie. See, our people, you have some of the people that are the children of those that said, crucify Mashiach Yahushua and let his blood be on us and on our children. And you trying to save them. They can't be saved. That's why Most High said in 2 Ezra 9:22, let the multitude perish then, which is born in vain. Let my grape and my plant be kept. But with great labor have I made it perfect. We can't change this. Look at go to Mark 13:13. Mark 13:13. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Bahasham myself, Yahushua. But he that shall endure unto the end. See how many people have left in time of trouble? Poof, they gone. Something happened, poof, they gone. They ain't trying to endure. But he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. You know, Luke 1:68-71, write that down. That's pertaining to being saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you. Salvation is power roots from authority. That's salvation. And that's what we want. At least that's what I want. Hopefully you want the same. Look at Mark 14:38. Say, watch ye and pray. Again, lest ye enter into temptation. The spirit truly is ready, but the flesh is weak. See, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So you gotta work on your lust and the things that your flesh desires that's against the Most High. Against what the Most High say, how we supposed to be conducting ourselves. Go to Ephesians 6:18. Ephesians 6:18. It says, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit. So, how do you pray in the Spirit if you don't know what the Spirit is? How do you pray in the Spirit if you don't know what the Spirit is? Praying always with all prayer and supplication. What do you see supplication mean? Lowliness. in your spirit, humility, in the spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints, for all the children of Israel. Like, look up to verse 10. Saying, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Most High. Gotta be strong in the Most High, by Shemamashah, and in the power of his might. You hear that? We gotta be strong in the power of his might. Hold that, hold that. That's why I go to 2 Timothy 1 and 7. Second Timothy 1 and 7, it says, for the Most High has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, and of love, which is keeping of the commandments of the Most High, and of a sound mind, thinking right, according to thus say the Most High's word, and not your own, leaning on your own understanding. So we're supposed to fear the Most High. We're supposed to fear nothing else. Because we got the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. If we operating with him in a righteous order, then we have him to depend on. Like I said, like he told him, hey, if they in order, you better leave them alone. With the Most High, their power, you're going to fight for them. You're going to fight for us. That's why it says, look, Ephesians 6 and 10, finally, my brother, this is how we watch for. And watch it now. Be strong in the Most High. In the name of the Lord and Savior. And in the power of his might. The power, that spiritual power of his might. Who's stronger than the Most High? The power of his might. That's the spiritual power that comes from him to us. In the name of the Lord and Savior. Put on the whole armor of the Most High. Put on the whole armor. Armor is for protection of the Most High. That you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. See that? So how you put the armor of the Most High on, protection of the Most High, and you saying I ain't got to follow him. I ain't got to follow his law, statutes, commandments. I ain't under his rules and regulations. I got my own free will. I can do what I want to do. All I got to do is call on the name of Jesus. I'm going to be saved from whatever. And that's a lie. The scripture do not say that. And when it says anyone that who's ever called on the name of Mashiach Yahushua shall be saved, say ye men of Israel, hear these words. Acts 2:21 and 22. It ain't going nowhere, it's going to be there all the time. Anytime you want to go over there and look at it, you see. It's talking to the children of Israel, not to Gentiles that are truly Israelites, but yet still you think and been taught that you Gentiles. Grafted in, but you don't know who you grafted in among. Come on, people, wake up. Come out of this darkness. It's the last days. Here it say, put on the whole armor of the Most High. Armor is for protection of the Most High, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. So the devil going up and down, to and fro on the earth, seeing what? Seeking whom he may devour. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. That's people. But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places, spiritual demons in high places. You hear that? Y'all talking about some men, but understand who they working with. Spiritual demons in high places. That's who we wrestle against. Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of the Most High. You hear that? We got to put on the whole armor of the Most High, the protection of the Most High, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girded about with truth. What's the truth? Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. So you girded your loins with the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, the rules and regulations that he told us we have to follow to please him. the moral laws, the civil laws, the dietary laws, and the ceremonial laws that he gave us. And having on the breastplate of righteousness. Tell you righteousness is Deuteronomy 6:25. It's keeping of the laws of the Most High. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So, you want that peace? You ever get that peace if you out there doing whatever you want to do and not following the Most High rules and regulations? Yeah, you'll have peace for some time, but once the Most High send that death angel for you, we'll see what kind of peace you have then. Remember the rich man and Lazarus? Lazarus, the angels came and got him, took him to the bosom of Abraham. The rich man went to hell. He was tormented. He was saying, hey, just let Lazarus get this figure in some water to cool this flame from me. He was feeling it. Then he said, hey, well, let somebody go back to my father's house. I got 5 brothers. Tell them, come out of their wickedness. So they have to come to this place of torment. See, some of you don't have the fear of the Most High. You think, oh, you can do whatever you want to do. It's going to be gnashing and weeping, gnashing of teeth, from my Shekel Shai said. Colossians 4:2. The book of Colossians 4:2. Continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving, thanking the Most High. You've got to continue in prayer, people, and watch in the same with thanksgiving, thanking the Most High for everything, because He worthy to be praised for everything. But we got to continue in prayer. How often do you pray? You can pray anytime. Pray. You got to pray. Watch Him. You know, you got to be looking. You got to know what to look for. These prophecies that you've been given. If you don't know, you better go over it, because you've been given it. This ain't something you're going to just listen to and get. You got to take notes. You got to go over it and over it and over it. Review, review, review. So I said, continuing in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. With all praying also for us, that the Most High would open unto us a door of utterance to speak the mystery of Mashiach. See that? So I thought everybody know about a Mashiach, or Christ. What about the mystery of a Mashiach, for which I am also in bonds? See? Some things are not known in a Mashiach, in the name of the Anointed Savior. It's still a mystery. People saying it without really knowing the power that's there. So they're receiving the power that's there. Because there's no difference. Some people are using it like when something happens. Oh, Jesus Christ. No. That's how we go to the throne of the Most High. Can't get no serious than going to the throne of the Most High. Can't play with this. This is serious. First Corinthians 16:9. 1 Corinthians 16:9. For a great door and effectual is open unto me, and there are many adversaries. See that? See, a great door and effectual is open unto him, but there are many adversaries, many enemies. We just read about them in Ephesians, the 6th chapter, y'all. See, and just like it was for him, it is for us. He just wanted to go to the Holy Convocation of Pentecost. But he knew he had to deal with adversaries, enemies, like David prayed against. Look at 1 Peter 4 and 7. When you got a clear conscience before the Most High. 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober. The end of all things at hand. Therefore be ye sober, be focused. You better be studying and watch unto prayer. See, you're seeing the same thing. Watch and pray. You gotta know. And the first thing you gotta watch is what the adversaries are doing, as it is written in the Bible. And watch these words come true. And pray that the Most High will have mercy on Jacob, crying to the Most High. As David said, you think he was weeping in his drink? He wasn't crying? Weeping is crying. Powerful. One of the most powerful brothers that we had. He whipped all the nations into subjection to Israel for 40 years. That's why King Solomon, his son, had 40 years of peace. David had 40 years of war. Mighty man. And he had mighty men with him. But there's something that the scriptures tell you. If you lack wisdom, go to James, the 1st chapter, the 5th verse. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High. Ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. You lack wisdom? You can't get this? It's hard for you to understand? Proper application of knowledge? That's wisdom. Then you ask of the Most High. You give it to everyone liberally, and upbraideth not, and take it away from you, and it shall be given you. It will be given to you. Listen, condition. But, there go that condition. Just like if it's a condition, but it's a condition. Let him ask in faith. Believing. Faith is believing in the Most High. Nothing wavering. You can't waver. Or maybe it will, maybe it won't. Nah. Don't even go to the Most High. Don't even go to him. I'm warning you, don't even go to the Most High like that. So nothing wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. You like, how the sea be going, the waves be coming up and going, that's how you are. They say you up, now you down. You don't know if you coming or going. That's why you can't pray for something and then doubt it. What you pray for, you must not even pray at all. Listen. But let him ask in faith. I mean, you believe in it. You can receive whatever it is that you ask for. Nothing wavering is wisdom. Subject matter is wisdom that you asking for. Don't wave. Don't be wavering. For he that wavereth is like a wave of the sea, driven with the wind and tossed. So let not that man think that he shall receive anything of the Most High. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So you don't want to be that man. Or that woman. You don't want to be that person. going this way, that way, any way you can think of. Well, I'm supposed to forget it. That's why I'm going to leave you with this in Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, not when the book is open only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Hear that? He says, but much more, but now much more. There go that but again, that's a condition. Much more in my absence. When the book is closed. Now you got to apply it in your life. You learn it, you live it, and now you got to apply it in your life. That's why you got to go over it. You can't just, okay, I heard that already. I heard this. No, you got to keep going over it and over it and review and review and review. One way or another. Open up your Bible and read these precepts. That's why I said it. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence, not when the book is open, like some of you know, it's the Sabbath, so now some of you might even know how to observe the Sabbath day. You're in your home, you're running around doing the things you normally do. Your conversation is not about this word. You're not into it like you should be before the Most High. I mean, He knows everything. His eyes 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And you're going to pay for it. We all going to pay for it. You find some other way. You say, hey, this was His day. But you want to talk about the world, then hey, that's your God. That's your power. That's who got you. You know, Satan going to and fro, seeing who you devour, he already got you, some of you. And you're going to be beat with more stripes if you are an Israelite and you're going off than those that are off out there in the world. If you're looking down upon, because you think you all that because you're an Israelite, you ain't made it to the kingdom yet. This is serious. That's why I say what? Work out your own salvation. You can't work out your salvation with no one. You can't depend on your daddy, your mama, your uncle, your aunt, your niece, your nephew, your cousins. Nobody but yourself. Each one of us. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. That's what the angels are doing before the Most High. Fearing and trembling before the Most High. But see, y'all don't fear the Most High. Therefore, you can do whatever you want to do, act the way you want to act, and allow somebody else to take you right to hell with them. You can go to hell any way you want to. Don't try and take me with you. Any of the saints of the Most High, the 1/3. Marshall Shai said, hey, he know his sheep. The sheep gonna follow him. Ain't nobody able to pluck him out of the Mashiach Shai's hand because the Most High put him in his hand. Ain't nobody able to pluck his sheep out of the Most High's hand. But if you ain't none of his sheep, then yeah, you can fall for folly. And folly gonna lead you straight to hell. That's why I say with fear, work out your own salvation. Powers and authority on this earth with fear and trembling. That's why I say the righteous scarcely gonna be saved. Daniel 7:28. Laugh now and cry later. Daniel 7:28. Hitherto is the end of the matter. That's all. Remember what the Most High said. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. No more. Shalom.